operators are under extraordinary time demands. It comes after a recent decision to block Dr. Anthony Fauci, the nation's top infectious disease authority, from testifying in the House, while at the same time allowing him to testify in the Senate. The Senate is controlled by Republicans and the House by Democrats. President Trump told reporters that was precisely the reason.
Because the House is a setup. The House is a bunch of Trump haters.
Fauci, along with several other top health experts, will testify next Tuesday before the Senate Health Committee. Susan Davis, NPR News, Washington.
Should Dr. Fauci testify next week, he may talk about being worried that states are reopening even though they have not met the federal criteria for doing so safely, such as waiting for a 14-day decline in coronavirus cases before launching phase 1 of reopenings. He and many other public health experts have warned that as more restrictions are lifted, coronavirus infections will rise and more people will die. In New York, Governor Andrew Cuomo, who has been resisting calls to swiftly reopen the state's economy, said in his daily briefing today, there needs to be a national conversation about the risks.
And let's be honest about it. And let's be open about it. And let's not camouflage the actual terms of the discussion that we're having. And the question comes back to how much is a human life worth?
Many other state and local leaders who advocate for reopening now argue that lives are already at risk under the stress of unemployment and required home confinement. Public lands and many state parks are reopening today. In the state of Washington, Willstone reports the region is slowly emerging from a more than month-long shutdown.
More than 100 state parks in Washington are once again open to visitors. Outdoor recreational activities like boating, fishing, and hunting are also allowed on public lands. Governor Jay Inslee says this does not mean people can forget social distancing and start traveling in big groups.
You know, we need to avoid crowds, even outside. I've seen pictures of a couple hundred people at a trailhead at the top of a mountain. That's just too dangerous.
Lifting these rules is the first phase of reopening, but Inslee says he will close down the parks again if the state backslides in its progress containing the virus. Ocean beaches and overnight camping remain off limits, as well as popular parks on the Washington-Oregon border.